And five-star defensive back Bralan Womack. I know that he's got a crystal ball to Ohio State, but who knows where he's headed.
Well, like I said, there's a lot of big playmakers, Mark, on the move, of course. Official visits have been going on the last couple of weeks, but again, this is really the big recruiting weekend across the board for most Power Four programs. Braylon Womack is another a talented kid that comes right out of the SIP out of Flowood, Mississippi. Of course, he is the #1 overall safety in the country, #1 12 overall player, and not the #1, but a close to. This is a kid that I've seen in the flesh. He is just dynamic. Of course, I've seen him all, of course, playing at Hartfield, but really got up close and personal to see just what kind of skill is. Man, he's just really dynamic when he gets the ball. He's a little bit undersized, but man, that's something you're willing to overlook when you see him. I got to see him, of course, at the Under Armour. I mean, at the Navy All American Bowl this past December in San Antonio. Well, George is definitely going to like this one because he is headed to Florida this weekend to open some of his official visits. We're really liking, of course, many programs are pulling for him. Florida is battling Ohio State, Auburn, a Texas A&M is another dark horse to watch in this one. There's still a couple months off. We're hearing that his tentative commitment date is August 22nd. But like I said, the Gators, Billy Napier and co-defensive coordinator out there, Vinny Sunseri, have done a phenomenal job in really trying to get this kid to Gainesville, and they are starting, like I said, a lot of momentum going into this weekend. Uh, we say that Ohio State, like you said, Mark, is the crystal ball, but I really like where Florida is sitting and how they're setting the stage this weekend. Again, he checks off all the boxes when it comes to being elite safety. He continues to separate himself with his versatility, his athleticism, his football IQ. He'd had a dominant junior season, put up all sorts of numbers. Of course, he may not currently be the #1 player in the state of Mississippi, but man, he showcased and showed up out while he was playing for Hartfield this past season, earning himself, of course, the notorious Gatorade Player of the Year for Mississippi. When I saw him, I wish I would have pulled up the film. I mean, he just cuts all sorts of corners and just really knows how to dissect an offense at the Navy All American Bowl. I mean, he's just a physical guy. He's got an uncanny ability. He's just always knows how to be at the right place at the right time when it comes to dissecting those offenses. Florida with a big opportunity this weekend. Again, I know that Ohio State is the crystal ball, but watch out because, like I said, Vinny Sunseri has really been setting the stage. A lot of heavy recruiting going on here. So don't be surprised if after this visit that Florida really gets a lot of momentum with one of the top elite blue chip safeties in the country. Like I said, this is a guy we talk about being able to bait in a opposing offense. This kid is notorious. I saw it all in his reps at the Navy All-American Bowl and all his time when he's at Hartfield this past season. This kid is good. When we say kitty, come, kitty, this kid is good at baiting a quarterback when it comes to putting him up against the wall. This is a guy that brings so much pressure when he's playing in that safety position that he forces quarterbacks to make bad decisions. Like I said, he checks off all the boxes. But as far as the Ohio State Buckeyes, they do have the momentum here. But I really want to see where things go because I think Florida really could come out on top after this weekend of hosting Bralan Womack, one of the top players in the SIP and the #1 edge safety in the country right now.